Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the DC Direct Blackest Night action figure box set. Now get a good look at them here in the packaging. Of course, it's a 4-pack, and you get Blue/Green Lantern Hal Jordan, Indigo Tribe Monk, Star Sapphire Fatality, and Black Lantern Ted Kord the Blue Beetle. So, all looking pretty awesome. They all come with their base, although I don't know if there's any other accessories. Really hoping Monk comes with his staff. Some box art over here. On the back, you can see you also get a little collection of comics, which includes Green Lantern 40 and 41 and Booster Gold 27. So, some more box art over here. A really nice looking set. Let's open these guys up. And first off, we'll be having a look at the Green/Blue Lantern Hal Jordan. Now, for reasons explained in the book that also comes with this set, Hal, of course, is having the both rings kind of on him, and I'm loving this little surge effect where both of them are kind of fighting for control. Even on the mask, it's a really nice effect. Now, this is pretty much a repaint of the previously released Hal Jordan from the Blackest Night line, and they haven't fixed that irritating little thing about the lantern where it looks like the bottom tier isn't quite up far enough. It looks like it's almost a separate piece from the rest of the lantern. But oh well, the overall effect is still nice. I think it would have been nice if they did the base, kind of both logos, but oh well. Now, as far as articulation, Hal does a full 360 at the head, some up and down. Arms will go out, do a full 360, bend at the elbow, spin at the bicep, and spin at the wrist. He unfortunately doesn't have both rings. He only has his Green Lantern ring. Legs go forward, not back, bend the knee, turn at the boot. So, a nice enough little variation. I mean, they were going to find a way to give us a Hal Jordan either way, so kudos for at least making him the Blue Lantern merger. And that being said, let's move on to the next figure, which will be Fatality, the Star Sapphire. Now, I can already tell in packaging, Fatality is pretty much just a straight-up repaint of the Carol Ferris Star Sapphire. And, that Carol Ferris was obviously kind of that glittery paint, and they've went for a much more standard paint on her. However, there's a lot of sloppy paint apps on this figure. There's a lot of... You can't really tell on camera, but that logo is really, I mean, not so nice looking in person. There's a lot of paint mixed in there that you can't really tell on camera. There's some lines in her legs there. Just overall, the figure on camera actually looks not that bad, but having her in hand, there's a lot of paint runs and things like that. Now, on a shelf, you'll never notice, but, oh well, I mean... I wasn't crazy about that Star Sapphire sculpt when I first got her, and they've got her legs closed in this super close position. So, that's kind of strange, but oh well. As far as her articulation, despite her massive hair, she still does a very nice up and down. Her collar, more so than her hair, hinders left and right. Arms are on a ball joint. We'll do a full 360 if you watch the hair. Go out to here, bend at the elbow, and don't appear to spin at either wrist. She does have a ring, although it's the same flat pink as the rest of her outfit, so not really going to show up too well. Legs go forward, back, and bend at the knee, and that's all her articulation. So, while I'm not crazy about the paint apps on the figure, or that they just completely reuse the Star Sapphire mold, which, honestly, for DC Direct isn't a big surprise, I did really want a Fatality, so to go in my new Guardians display, so I'm really glad to have her. And that being said, let's move on to the next figure. And here we have the Black Lantern Blue Beetle out of packaging. Now, he's a great looking figure, exactly as he appeared in Booster Gold 27, which of course comes with this set. Now, I am fairly certain the body is a reused sculpt, although I'm not sure exactly from who. And there you've got that very nice face sculpt. Of course, you can just see all the decayed skin and his teeth are all rotted, which is a very nice little effect. Some really good paint apps on his outfit. With the exception, there's a tiny little bit of black paint right there in the middle of his abs. Not too bad, though. Of course, his Black Lantern base. He does have a ring, but it's the same flat black as the rest of his glove, so it's really hard to see. DC Direct didn't do a great job on the rings in the Blackest Night line. But overall, as far as detail, his outfit looks fantastic. So let's go back out here. Now, as far as articulation, his head does a full 360, some up and down. Arms are on a ball joint, go out and do a full 360. Spin at the bicep, single joint at the elbow, and they spin at the wrist, but it's very, very stiff. Oh, there we go. Must have been a little excess plastic or something in there. So, much like the other figures in this set, no accessories with this guy. He really could have used that little blue beetle gun he has, his hands open, and I'm sure DC Direct could have reused that sculpt from somewhere, but oh well, at the end of the day, he's still a great looking Black Lantern. And moving on to the final figure in this set, which is Monk. Now, Monk is probably the one I wanted most from this set, which is why I'm so ticked off, because, where's that book at? Let's actually go look at the Green Lantern book real quick. Of course, it's got a couple of comics, which is very nice. It's soft cover on the back. You got the Brightest Day figures. And then you have some of the new Green Lanterns that come out, some posters. And here you have this massive Blackest Night display. And here's Monk. What does Monk have? His staff. Which is important for the Indigo Lanterns because, well, that's essentially what functions as their ring. No staff, no ability to defend yourself, really. This Monk had his staff cut. I looked all in the package, it's not there. All the promo pics show him with it. And even the side of the box, they cut his hands out of the frame. In that picture, he's holding the staff, so I'm really ticked off they completely removed the staff from this. It appears to be the same one that well, I say it functions as the ring, it really functions as their lantern. That's a mistake on my part. Here's his ring on his hand. But still, I really wish he would have gotten his staff. I could always rebuy an Indigo Lantern Atom to give him his staff, but I don't want to fork out another $20 just to make this guy the way he should have come in packaging. The detail on him is beautiful. I'm loving that head sculpt. You can see there, his tattered indigo garments are all there. It's a really nice sculpt. Even the ring for DC Direct is really nice. Of course, his Indigo Tribe base. Much like Fatality, he is one of the new Guardians. As far as his articulation, he does a full 360 and some up and down at the head. Goes out, does a full 360, spins at the bicep, single joint at the elbow, spins at the wrist. No main torso articulation, legs go forward, back, single jointed at the knee, and turns at the quadricep. So, no staff, but that being said, let's move on to our final thoughts on this set. And here we have all of them out. The book is back in a pile. So at the end of the day, this set cost $60. Now, considering the fact that each one of these figures ran between $17.99 and $20 at my local comic shop in the Blackest Night line, that's a pretty good deal because essentially you're getting one of the figures free. That would make me really, really happy with this set had Monk come with his lantern, his staff, or Hal Jordan with his lantern, or even Star Sapphire with her lantern, even though it would have been a pointless accessory because she can't hold it. Any kind of accessory besides the book would have been really great, book and base. If they didn't have their bases, I probably wouldn't have bought them. So, at the end of the day, this is definitely a pickup if you're like me and you're buying all the Blackest Night figures. This was so close to amazing if Monk would have had his staff, but no, unfortunately. So that being said, it's still a pickup in my book. It's just a little bit of a letdown. And that being said, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.